Chapter 14, It was 11:15. Outside the small pillbox window, dark pressed evenly against the glass. Dietz sat alone in the office cubicle, tie pulled down, collar button undone. His feet were up on the anonymous metal desk, and he was holding a microphone. On top of the desk, the reels of an old-fashioned Wollensack tape recorder turned and turned. "This is Colonel Dietz," he said. "Located Atlanta Facility Code PB2. This is Report 16, Subject File Project Blue, Subfile Princess/Prince. This report, file, and subfile are top secret, classification 223, eyes only. If you are not classified to receive this material, fuck off, Jack." He stopped and let his eyes fall closed for a moment. The tape reels ran on smoothly, undergoing all the correct electrical and magnetic changes. "Prince gave me one hell of a scare tonight," he said at last. "I won't go into it, it'll be in Denninger's report. That guy will be more than willing to quote chapter and verse. Plus, of course, a transcription of my conversation with Prince will be on the telecommunications disc, which also contains the transcription of this tape, which is being made at 2,345 hours. I was almost pissed enough to hit him, because he scared the living Jesus out of me. I am not pissed anymore, however. The man put me into his shoes, and for just a second there I knew exactly how it feels to shake in them. He's a fairly bright man once you get past the Gary Cooper exterior. And one independent son of a bitch. If it suits him, he'll find all sorts of novel monkey wrenches to throw into the gears. He has no close family in Arnett or anyplace else, so we can't put much of a hammerlock on him. Denninger has volunteers or says he will be happy to go in and muscle him into a more cooperative frame of mind, and it may come to that, but if I may be pardoned another personal observation, I believe it would take more muscle than Denninger thinks. Maybe a whole lot more. For the record, I am still against it. My mother used to say you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar, and I guess I still believe it. Again, for the record, he still tests virus clean. You figure it out. He paused again, fighting the urge to doze off. He had managed only 4 hours of sleep in the last 72. Records as of 2,200 hours, he said formally, and picked a sheaf of reports off the desk. Henry Carmichael died while I was talking with Prince. The cop, Joseph Robert Brentwood, died half an hour ago. This won't be in Dr. D's report, but he was all but shitting green apples over that one. Brentwood showed a sudden positive response to the vaccine type. He shuffled papers. Here it is. 63-3. See subfile, if you like. Brentwood's fever broke, the characteristic swellings in the glands of the neck went down, he reported hunger, and ate a poached egg and a slice of unbuttered toast. Spoke rationally, wanted to know where he was, and so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Then, around 2,000 hours, the fever came back with a bang. Delirious. He broke the restraints on his bed and went reeling around the room, yelling, coughing, blowing snot, the whole bit. Then he fell over and died. Kaboom. The opinion of the team is that the vaccine killed him. It made him better for a while, but he was getting sick again even before it killed him. So, it's back to the old drawing boards. He paused. I saved the worst for last. We can declassify Princess back to plain old Eva Hodges, female, age 4, Caucasian. Her Cochan 4 turned back into a pumpkin and a bunch of mice late this afternoon. To look at her, you'd think she was perfectly normal, not even a sniffle. She's downhearted, of course, she misses her mom. Other than that, she appears perfectly normal. She's got it, though. Her post-lunch BP first showed a drop, then a rise, which is the only halfway decent diagnostic tool Denninger's got so far. Before supper Denninger showed me her sputum slides as an incentive to diet. Sputum slides are really primo, believe me, and they're lousy with those wagon wheel germs he says aren't really germs at all, but incubators. I can't understand how he can know where this thing is and what it looks like and still not be able to stop it. He gives me a lot of jargon, but I don't think he understands it either. Dietz lit a cigarette. So where are we tonight? We've got a disease that's got several well-defined stages, but some people may skip a stage. Some people may backtrack a stage. Some people may do both. Some people stay in one stage for a relatively long time and others zoom through all four as if they were on a rocket sled. One of our two clean subjects is no longer clean. The other is a 30-year-old redneck who seems to be as healthy as I am. Denninger has done about 30 million tests on him and has succeeded in isolating only 4 abnormalities. Redman appears to have a great many moles on his body. He has a slight hypertensive condition, too slight to medicate right now. He develops a mild tic under his left eye when he's under stress. And Denninger says he dreams a great deal more than average almost all night, every night. They got that from the standard EEG series they ran before he went on strike. And that's it. I can't make anything out of it, neither can Dr. Denninger, and neither can the people who check Dr. Demento's work. This scares me, Starkey. It scares me because nobody but a very smart doctor with all the facts is going to be able to diagnose anything but a common cold in the people who are out there carrying this. Christ, nobody goes to the doctor anymore unless they've got pneumonia or a suspicious lump on the tit or a bad case of the dancing hives. Too hard to get one to look at you. So they're going to stay home, drink fluids, and get plenty of bed rest, and then they're going to die. Before they do, they're going to infect everyone who comes into the same room with them. All of us are still expecting the prince. I think I used his real name here someplace, but at this juncture I don't really give a fuck to come down with it tonight or tomorrow or the day after, at the latest. And so far, no one who's come down with it has gotten better. Those sons of bitches out in California did this job a little too well for my taste. Dietz, Atlanta PB Facility 2, this report ends. He turned off the recorder and stared at it for a long time. Then he lit another cigarette.